This is the TM Master Cup Series. I'm your host, Cynon 44, and this is the first of 14 races at the Daytona International Speedway. The Clutch Pole Award goes to Manny Brown in the number 27 Waste Management Inglesby Flashback. Manny Brown's car was one of the fastest cars in both practices. He took the lead early, and even though Puerto Rican-born Joel Rodriguez went to the inside to challenge for the lead, Manny Brown was able to hold him off, coming back to the start-finish line. Here we see the battle as from Steve Marshall's perspective. Marshall then got a little impatient and then dove under Rodriguez to take the lead away from Brown. Rodriguez goes in the sucker hole in the middle and goes to the back. The two cars quickly moving their way towards the front were Anthony Evans in the number 10 car and Cyrus Laterza in the 74. Here's an onboard camera from the 85 car of Tom Levin. That's Danny Savin in the 91. In front of him you can see Justin Brooks over to the right. In front of Savin is Matt Smith. Anthony Evans takes the lead in a daredevil move by jumping up to the middle. He receives minimal drafting help from Ross Peterson, but is still able to hold on to the lead when they come to the start-finish line. Evans would lead the lap, however he put himself in the sucker hole in the middle, giving a minimal draft. Steve Marshall on the outside, Kathy Clemens blew right past him. In an attempt to avoid the big crash that normally happens at Daytona that sweeps up half the field, three-time series champion Leonid Roderick in the blue and orange number 4 decided to hang out towards the back of the field. Cars doing likewise are Ryan Hearn, Julian Nosova, Alexis Rainsford. Towards the front of the field, Manny Brown and Steve Marshall continue to swap the lead. Brown, though, was beginning to lose ground to Marshall, and other cars are coming towards the front. Here's a front bumper cam on Tony Durbin's number 49. On the left is Palmer Styles in the 34, who emerged as a player. Styles dove to the inside and led a lap, going in the bottom of Marshall and Manny Brown. However, a near wreck happens. Styles ends up having to chase his car up the racetrack and gets into the side of Marshall. They touch and almost spin out, but don't. Both cars were able to save it and keep on going. Despite its dangerous nature, the field seemed content to be running 3 wide around the racetrack at all times. Manny Brown, Steve Marshall, and Danny Savin currently lead all the lines. Debris caution flew in lap 33, leaving Steve Marshall in the 8 car as the race leader. However, on the restart, Manny Brown quickly jumped up and took the lead from Marshall with Lewis Kingston in the 84 on his tail. Second caution on lap 43. Tyrone Stanley in the 23 and Kevin Colley fight over real estate and create a big crash. No serious damage. The car that takes the worst of it is the 76 of Leroy Brittain, and he's able to drive away. No cars go behind the wall. In fact, there's very minimal damage. Cars involved include Jerry Luther, Stuart Sandoval, Ryan Hearn, Scott Stoidler, Ross Peterson still getting into each other. Dale Roswell also involved. We're going to take a ride with Tony Durbin. We're not sure if he got any damage on this. It's the front bumper of the 49, the Fox News car. Those Dodgers, Eric Jackson coming up a little too fast. That's Kathy Clemens. Whoa. Hello there, Scott Stoidler. Excellent driving on the part of the number 49 car, and Durbin is able to drive away without a scratch. On the restart, Lewis Kingston in the 84 quickly dived underneath Manny Brown to lead a lap. Kingston's number 84 Sar Tyrant proved that he could run with Manny Brown. Brown's car was faster coming into the corners, Kingston's car faster coming out of them. Trouble came in the name of Leroy Brittain. The slow number 76 car proved to be a problem, as Kingston, Scott Bates, and Cyrus Laterza are able to quickly get by. Manny Brown then squeaks by on the outside, but this quickly segments the field into 2 groups. Brittain's number 76 continuing to hold up traffic. See Leonid Roderick squeezing by on the inside. Other cars like Steve Marshall still held up behind him. Many cars and many teams expressed their displeasure with the number 76 after this incident. Cyrus Laterza on the 74 came from last to win his qualifying race. He took the lead for a lap, bringing Manny Brown and Matt Smith right past him, however. With just 2 laps to go, Cyrus Laterza dives underneath the 27 of Manny Brown to take over first, bringing Matt Smith in the 42 car with him. Coming to the white flag, Matt Smith is the race leader with Cyrus Laterza on the outside, not giving up. Laterza getting draft from Manny Brown's 27 car. Coming down the backstretch, the 74 and the 42 are neck and neck. It's going to be a shootout to the finish with Laterza and Smith having equal cars, it looks like. Both getting draft from excellent drafting partners. Coming to the finish line. Here they come to take the win. Is it Laterza or is it Smith? Coming to the line. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Laterza takes it. Here's going to see the margin. This is it. By 0.002 seconds, Cyrus Laterza wins by about 6 inches. Laterza wins the season opener. Matt Smith, Manny Brown, Rachel Rainsford, highest finishing woman driver, Scott Bates, Lewis Kingston, Leonid Roderick, the 3-time champion, Matt Taylor, another former series champion, Tom Delgado, a rookie, and then Joseph Howard, who is another series champion. And here's your top 10 in points. You'll notice the only change is Manny Brown moves up to second and Matt Smith down to third. Manny Brown led the most laps and started from the pole, all of which mean more points. Matt Smith only led a lap to Manny Brown's 24. And here's 11 through 20. Alexis Rainsford in the 98 completely demolished the field in a minor league series. Johnny Ada in 12th. Joel Rodriguez, a Puerto Rican-born driver. Ryan Hearn, a Canadian. Tony Durbin in the 49. Brian Sendak, Damian Snyder, Lauren Roth, Anthony Evans, and then Craig Cross rounds out the top 20. That's all for this week in the TM Master Cup Series. I'll see you next time.